Cell Video Project by Ariana Kanina, Michaela McDonald, Adelaide Lucky, and Serenity Griffin. In this project, we found that a cell is equal to a mansion. Nucleus. Its job is to control the activities of the cell. It contains a source of genetic information, otherwise known as DNA. It contains pores that allow materials to enter or exit. It's similar to the owner of a mansion because the owners control all of the activities of the household, and it acts as the head and figure in charge. Nucleolus. Its job is a site of RNA synthesis. It makes the proteins which make up the cell's ribosomes. It contributes to the specialized function of the cell by making the proteins. It's similar to the butler or a maid of a mansion because it's responsible for making sure the house runs smoothly. It makes sure that the mansion is functioning properly and in the right way.
Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It is responsible for the synthesis of lipids, phospholipids, and steroids. Helps with carbohydrate breakdown and detoxifying the blood. It stores calcium ions for muscle contraction. It relates to a washing machine because a washing machine detoxifies or cleans different clothes. It stores the clothes in a compact area until ready for future use. Rough endoplasmic reticulum. Helps with protein synthesis, modification, and transport. It has bounded ribosomes that deposit the proteins for modification. It compartmentalizes the cell so that specialization and division of labor can take place. It also waits for vesicles to arrive for transport. It relates to a dryer because a dryer dries clothes and stores them for optimal use. The hamper for the dryer serves as the transport for the newly finished clothes. Goji Apparatus. It modifies proteins by attaching sugars, which creates a glycoprotein that helps determine the function of the protein and its final location in the cell. It stores proteins and packages them as well. It is near the cell membrane. It relates to a pool because it stores things inside, specifically like a pool stores things such as water to be used by the mansion, and it functions for hosting events and parties. It is located near the gate of the house.
Mitochondria. The mitochondria carries out the process of cellular respiration, which is the breakdown of glucose to produce ATP, and is the powerhouse of the cell. It relates to the electricity of the mansion because it provides electrical energy for the activities done inside the mansion. Chloroplast. The site of photosynthesis in plants and algae, and is also a type of plastic that contains green pigment known as chlorophyll. It has sac-like structures known as thylakoids and stacks of sac-like structures as argona. Its relation to a chandelier is that it has stacks of light bulbs. The light emits a green pigment, and the bulbs use light energy to produce light. Vacuoles. A sac-like organelle that stores materials, waste, toxins, food, water, and contractile, and they release macromolecules needed by the cell. Its relation to a refrigerator is that it stores many materials that are needed for the mansion and its survival, such as water and food. Lysosomes. Lysosomes contain powerful hydrolytic enzymes and acids that aid in breaking down materials in the cell, and they carry out the process of intracellular digestion, and they can recycle broken down materials, and they play a role in apoptosis. Its relation to a garbage disposal is that it breaks down food and waste, and the broken down materials can be recycled for the compost or other uses in the mansion.
The cytoskeleton helps support and protect the cell, keeps inner organelles organized, and contains various sized protein fibers including microtubules, microfilaments, and intermediate filaments. It is like the framework of the mansion. The centrioles are the anchors in cell division and found in the microtubules of an animal cell. It's like the foundation of the mansion. The plasma membrane allows cells to establish and maintain its own environment separate from outside the cell and carries out cell transport through its double phospholipid bilayer. It's like the gate to the mansion.
Thanks for watching! Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I like it. Take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you all the cell parts of a mansion of Bel Air. plasma cell membrane serves as the gate with a phospholipid body that likes to regulate. Then there's the structure, the protection and support, the cytoskeleton, security of the joint. Inside the membrane, the organelles, mitochondria, electricity of the cell. The chloroplast, the huge chandelier, only found in certain meshes where green looks good there. The smooth ER helps with the synthesis of lipids. The rough ER or ribosomes like to kick it. A washing machine and the dryer's what I see. Two different organelles helping with the cell needs. The Goji, the pool outside, modifying proteins, storing them inside. Back in the mansion, you get the refrigerator, like a vacuole with food and drinks for later. The Lysosomes, the garbage disposal. Don't want your mansion dirty with people coming over. The centrioles are ankles for cell division, acting as a foundation for if the mansion starts splitting. In charge of everything, the nucleus, the boss, the owner of the mansion, making money at all costs. The Nucleolus, the butlers and maids, following the owner, make sure ribosomes get made. I hope you learned something and followed along. The cell parts are easy if you sing the song. Have fun with biology the best you can. One day you'll have your own mansion. Hey, that's what I'm saying.